On the left, we have Shawnee, osteopath from Melbourne, Australia. Next, we have Monica, physical therapist from Poland. My brother, the musician, who plays for the Cayleys, plays the banjo, and myself.
Hey, it's Shani here from Everything's Connected, Melbourne, Australia. I just thought I would take this moment to reflect on my experience at Worlds this year in Dublin. I was very fortunate to work with Angela up there in Dublin and got to meet and work with a lot of incredible dancers as well as their teachers. So there's lots that I learnt from the experience. Definitely it gave me a really good insight into a lot of the mechanics that are required in Irish dancing, which is very technical and extremely difficult. So there are a couple of key factors or key observations that I noted. Obviously there is a very high focus on flexibility and mobility, particularly with the turnout position. And I noted that depending on the type of dancer and their body, the answer to increase that turnout is going to be different for everyone. So for some dancers, it is looking specifically at the hips and trying to address that mobility, but for other dancers, it's other areas of the body that are inhibiting the turnout. So it's really important that you have someone such as an osteopath or such as a PT, such as Angela, to really have a look holistically at your biomechanics. So we know that if your feet don't toe out enough, or you don't have enough range in the joints in the feet, that can also feed up and influence the position and posture of the hips. But also if you have some stiffness in the spine, particularly relative to twisting, or if you don't have that ability to move through the lower back, which is known as the lumbar spine, that can also affect the posture and the mechanics at the hips as well. Another big one that I noted was this requirement to really get up onto the toes of your feet, as well as really put a lot of force and generate a lot of force and power through the calf complex, with lots of jumping and plyometric kind of steps in the Irish dancing. And there's a couple of things that we need to look at relative to that. So obviously the flexibility component is really important. When you're looking at muscles generating power, I like to think of it, or the easiest way to kind of explain it is to look at it like an elastic band. So you need that load to get that explode activation. And so that's where the flexibility component comes in. So really making sure that the calf complex is nice and loose so you can get the load, so you can get the elevation that the dancer needs, is important. But again, it's also looking closer maybe at the mechanics and the motion through the feet. So feet are really, really wonderful regions of your body. They're super, super complex and they have lots of bones. So making sure that you consult someone who has a bit more information regarding the biomechanics of your body can really give you a bit of an advantage as to what specifically you may need to hone in terms of, are you looking at maybe more flexibility, mobility path, or do you have to focus a bit more on strength and stability? So that's where someone like myself, I'm a progressive osteopath, so I'm a little bit different to other osteopaths. I don't just perform my treatment on the table. It is very much a movement approach, so really looking at biomechanics and looking at the biomechanics specific to the task that may be causing you pain. So in the case of an Irish dancer, that could be Irish dancing. And then treating as specifically to that motion to try and get you back to dancing or get you better at dancing quicker than other modalities. I also do a lot of work with nutrition as well, and it's obviously very important with any patient, but particularly with an elite athlete. That's super important because you need to make sure that you're giving your body the right building blocks in order to fuel your body for what you're training or what you're performing to do. So that's a little bit about me, as well as a little bit of my experience at Worlds this year. I really look forward to continuing this journey and working with Irish dancing. It's a beautiful sport, or a beautiful art. And yeah, I look forward to continuing working with you and learning this amazing form of dance. Hello and welcome to Everything's Connected in Melbourne, Australia. I'm Shani, and I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you beautiful dancers in Ireland at World. So I was working with Angela. Both Angela and myself have done extra training as part of the Grey Institute, known as the GIFT program. And so basically we've done a little bit more study into biomechanics and movement. So that's exactly what we focus or what we specialize here at Everything's Connected. So unlike Angela, I'm an osteopath, but I'm also a progressive osteopath, which basically means that I'm a bit more holistic with the way that I examine and I treat someone. So I'll explain that a little bit more when I take you through to the clinic and I'll show you the treatment space. But part of my job is to also have a look and investigate other factors, so things like lifestyle as well as nutrition. We're huge on nutrition here, particularly with our elite athletes, because you have to make sure that you're giving your body the right building blocks in order to do what you do, which is incredible. But anyway, let's come on through and I will show you our treatment space. So generally when a patient comes in to see us, we obviously will take a full consult, or a full medical history, and then we take them through here to our treatment space, which is all out in the open. And so we have things like our walking tracks here, so we have a look at people walk, and that's really important. Even though you guys dance, we have to make sure that we clear any limitations that you might have in your everyday life, because that can feed into how you're dancing as well. So I'll take you through just so you can have a look a little bit more. So the space goes all the way out to the back, and so we treat with these big kind of cage apparatuses, which are known as tree stretchers. And so I kind of like to think of this as like a standing table. And so we can pre-position our patients in the position that hurts them, or in the position that we want a certain joint or a certain muscle to move. And then we do all our hands-on work, so our articulation and our soft tissues to muscles, standing or sitting or whatever we need to make it as functional and as specific to what you guys need. So we're very big on movement here, obviously, which means that any dancer that comes and sees me, I have to make sure that we have a look at how you guys are moving. So there's some really common kind of complaints that people come in to see me about. Dancers are really big on getting their clicks up, but also there's this big kind of factor or this big kind of interest in increasing the turnout on a dancer. And lots of people want that kind of golden recipe or that golden kind of answer that's going to give them that perfect turnout. And unfortunately, because we're all different and unique, there's not that one golden answer. So it's really important that, you know, I work specifically with each dancer, which is what we did in Ireland as well. And we make sure that we tailor a treatment program as well as a treatment plan that's specific for each dancer. So that's a little bit about me. Hopefully I'll get to talk and see more of you dancers a little bit more specifically. But thanks for being here.
My name is Monika Adamska and I'm a physiotherapist. I'm from Poland and I work and live in Poznań. I work mostly with athletes and orthopedic patients. I met Angel a year and a half ago at the Great Institute. Angel is putting a lot of work on both the mobility and stability of the body, and especially of the feet, hips and thoracic spine, using 3 planes of motions. And I think it's really awesome because, in my opinion, dancers need full range of movement in their bodies and need to be able to use this range of movement. That's why you cannot train only one plane, because you don't use the full body potential. That's why I think Angel's work is so important to create a healthy and efficient dancer.
Okay, so first day at Worlds, City West, Dublin. Of course, I'd rather be out there playing golf. So I got Shani with me here, and
Hello.
This is our first Worlds. So, Shani.
So I'm all the way from Melbourne, Australia. I was very lucky to meet this lovely lady at the Grey Institute last year doing GIFT. So we're here to tweak and train and FMR these kids through the world. So very, very excited.
Yes, it's awesome, and you know we'll be 3D dancing, and we're fascinated to be here. And as you can see, it's a pretty big. This is the practice room, huge venue up there. We've got the wooden floor where the kids then do a little bit of practicing, and we're ready to rock and roll. It's day one. We had a couple of kids going. We'll introduce you to some of those kids in a wee while whenever they get ready to do their next dance. So over and out.
Yeah. Hello. So we're just prepping Sienna here before she goes back on stage for soft shoe. So we're mobilizing her foot actively this time because we need the control through the calf. We can't passively release it too much because she needs the strength in the calf in the soft shoe. So she's up so that we can work through the mid part and the front part of her foot. So Sienna's doing an excellent job controlling this through her pelvis. So we're doing a twist. And I'm just going underneath and I'm articulating all that soft tissue as well as all those bones in the foot. We're going to do 2 more reps, Sienna, and then you're going to walk this off. Good, last one. There you go, go for a walk. I'm going to do this a couple of times. Good.
It's day 5 at the World Championships. It's actually quite a nice day outside. A wee bit, a lot of sun, and I got my coffee, and people are walking out, take some pictures, and I'm going to dander out and see what's going on. I'm not. So here I come, and there's a little bit of FMR going on here. This is Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
How did you think your first 2 rounds went?
I was very happy with my first one, and now I want the second one to be even better.
Good woman. Here we have Shawnee and Monica.
Good morning.
Good morning. And how's Sarah been today?
Oh, she's doing phenomenal. She's very, very good.
Yeah,
We're just giving her a little bit more foot mobility. I met Sarah about a couple of days ago. She had a recent history of an inversion and eversion ankle sprain, and we're able to get her out of pain and get her some more motion. And I've got Monica here, who's a physiotherapist, helping me out.
Hi Monica, welcome to
Hello. She's doing well. Very compliant patient, which makes things a bit easier.
Yeah, looks good. The steps always come in handy for doing at these championships.
Right.
But Sarah's moving nicely. So she's got a set to do now, but she's away at the end, so we'll have to walk up again and go through the whole procedure. And this is Caitlin. Good morning, Caitlin.
Good morning.
Wait first. There you go. You're up? Yeah, sweet. Just go for a walk. Walk that up.
Hi, Sarah. There you go.
No pain? Go on here. Up, 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 up. And just the front part of your foot gets to go on here. Good. Now we're going to try and go up onto demi points. But when you do it, come back. When you do this, I want you to keep equal weight between here and here. That makes sense? Okay, so when you go up on demi points, see how this toe comes off the ground? I want you to keep the toe on the ground. So this part of the toe, yeah. Does that make sense? I want that toe on the ground and I want that toe on the ground. Those 2 points there. That's it. Now you're going to hold that position, pop this a little bit more in front, and then all you're going to do is you're going to slide across and then come back. Don't go to the point where this lifts. Yeah? Yeah, that's it. Good girl. Now you should feel like something's working in here. Oh, keep that down. Keep that down. So you might, as soon as they lift, it means that the heel's probably a little bit too high off the ground. That's it. That's it, and then we're going to slide.
I can actually just do that.
Yeah, I know, I don't want you to do that though. Good girl. You okay? It feels weird, yeah? Okay. Yeah, like a stretch? Yeah. So it's like a double whammy effect. Two for the price of one. With Irish dancing.
So this is Blaheen today, Smile Blaheen. Blaheen's getting a little FMR with Shawnee, and what's going on with Blaheen today, Shawnee?
Well, she's got a really cool foot structure, but because of her age, we're not going to really do too much about it in terms of orthotics or insoles, because she's still growing, so we're just going to let her body do what's best. But doesn't mean we can't do some functional rehab and some exercise just to make sure that the muscles are doing what they should be doing, and for her to be as amazing as she can with her Irish dancing.
That's good. Am I right, Blaheen? And Caitlin's taken all in here, and Monica's on duty as well in case she's called it. It's Angel live from the Worlds in Dublin. So here we are, coming up to the last day of the Worlds here at the City West, and we're actually overlooking the golf course as well, which is very pretty. And we got Blaheen and Anya here, and they're going to do a little bit of our dance agility for a warm-up for dance. Take it away, girls. Go. Back and forward and back. Good, and a little bit of lateral. And a little bit of rotation. And switch feet. Side to side. Rotation. Very nice.
From the Doherty Country School in Ulster in the Mid-Atlantic region, Paige Turley. Carol Levy Joyce.
So here we are, another day at the Worlds, and today it's Olivia dancing. You can see her up there, and there's Lauren. Everybody's here. She's getting ready for soft shoe here, and we have her on the tri-stitch. And this is Monica. Monica, we graduated together at the Grey Institute, and we're going after those calves.
We released these calves. We went through the soft tissue.
So she's got to get right up on the toes here now, and going after the soft tissue and the calves here, and getting a nice job done. And this is a tri-stretch we're using with the foot everted. So just letting you see Monica at work. We'll check in later. Okay, so here we are, day 5 at the World Irish Dancing Championships. Practice room, everybody's going crazy, getting ready for competition. So here we have Tanya and her sister that flew in from Australia. How's your morning going, Tanya?
It's going pretty good. I'm happy with how it danced.
That's all we need. So we're getting Ben ready for competition today. Jonty's Friday. So Ben, are you ready?
Yes.
He's getting a little movement going in the face. Shawnee here's been busy all morning. And how are you feeling today, Shawnee?
Oh, I'm feeling good. After last night. No, I'm feeling good. Feeling pumped, fresh. It's great.
That's good. Okay, and Jonty?
Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, ready to go? You look like you're very... He looks like he's very excited. Well, okay. It's day 5 at the World Championships. And here we are with the kids. Laheen. What's your name?
Laheen. Kalia.
Yeah, and this is Shawnee. And they're so excited to come down for the day because Shawnee was going to play with their feet. So Shawnee here, tell us what you're doing with the kids.
What am I doing with the kids? We're just going through all the articulations in the foot, and we're unstiffening things that are stiff in the foot.
Are you loving it, Laheen?
Yes.
Does it feel good?
Yes.
Yeah, it really helped you get up your toes. So we zone in a little bit, and Laheen, I love this because these wee feet take an awful lot of banging in the Irish dancing world. So as you can see, it's practice in the room. There's a key going on right now, and the kids are having fun. And what's your name?
Kalia.
And are you having a good time? Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. And your sister was here dancing. Are you having a good time? That's good. Go. Jump back, switch feet. So we got Matt and Paige warming up. Little dance pattern in 3 planes. We've got a rotation going on. That's good. So here we are now. So Danae, hold on, I gotta go this way. So how did Danae? How'd it go, Danae?
So well.
You did so well. Very good. I'm very excited for you. Very excited. Are you happy with everything, Kaylee?
Yeah, she couldn't have done any better.
Brilliant, brilliant. So my 2 boys getting warmed up, competing this afternoon. How are we feeling, boys?
Yeah, actually doing pretty good, yeah.
Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Diving up.
yeah. So we're gonna Ben, get up here and tell me how you're feeling. This is Ben from Australia. So how you feeling, Ben?
Pretty pumped.
Well, I would hope they'd be pretty pumped. So we'll check in with you after the dance. Okay? So now Zara has 2 rounds done. Mark's away to get Laheen. See you later, Mark. So now we have Zara here and she's just finished 2 rounds. How do you feel, Zara?
Amazing.
Yeah, you did very, very well. It was very nice. Very nice, loved it. Very, very nice. So as we look around and we come over here, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, so we'll come over here. Shawnee, what exactly are you doing here now with
Hello.
This is Tanya. I know the wind is in the way, but she's getting in there. and she's-
We're opening Tanya's front butt-up. So it's hip flexors, adductors. We're doing it in 3 planes, so 3D motion. Doing excellent. Doing awesome.
And Tanya's getting ready to dance tomorrow.
Yep.
How you feeling, Darren?
Good. Excited.
Okay, so the show goes on from Dublin. So we got a little warm up going here. Let's see, we're just a little bit of a warm up and getting ready for dance. Stage 3 at the Worlds, and behind me here I got the kids going with a little warm up, moving in different directions. Everybody's very excited. It's a lovely day. And then again, there's my golf course out there, but that's not going to happen today. Here we go. Right now, we're going in rotation, so we're going in that front
else to say?
No.
No? Okay, we'll check in the morning, live from the Worlds in Dublin. It's Angel checking out.
I believe in a few things, like the kind of love that will last forever. I believe that once upon a time people would stick things through.